Famous families are hardly uncommon in Hollywood, but arguably no family has been more closely observed than Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie's. Every detail of their lives has been photographed and shared with millions of people since they became a couple. However, as time has passed, attention has turned away from the renowned parents and toward their offspring. One name has repeatedly stood out: Shiloh Jolie Pitt. For nearly 2 decades, the world has witnessed her transformation from a little newborn to a confident young woman. Now that she has turned 19, a huge update has surfaced that has everyone buzzing. Brad Pitt's daughter has officially announced that she is embarking on a new chapter in her life. This shift is more than just her appearance or activities. It is a profound, personal decision that reflects who she is becoming as an adult. Stay with us to the end of the video, because the final section of this confirmation exposes a legal step she made that has forever altered her connection with her famous father. You do not want to miss out on any specifics about this life-changing decision. To understand why this news is so significant, we must go back to the beginning. Shiloh was born in 2006, and she was widely regarded as the world's most famous baby. Her birth was a global event, and her first images were sold for millions of dollars to benefit charity. People in Namibia have been obsessed with her since her birth. They wanted to know whose parent she looked most like and what kind of life she would lead. Shiloh grew up with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie as parents, so she never knew life without flashbulbs and bodyguards. Her parents, on the other hand, made every effort to provide her with a sense of independence. They pushed her to be who she wanted to be, and as she grew older, Shiloh became known for her distinct sense of style and strong personality. For several years, Shiloh's wardrobe choices dominated headlines. When she was younger, she preferred to wear suits, ties, and short hair. Her parents were clear about how they supported her decisions, stating that she wanted to be one of the brothers. This turned her become a symbol of individuality for many people. She didn't feel compelled to fit into a box simply because she was a woman in Hollywood. As she grew older, she continued to amaze everyone by appearing on red carpets in magnificent outfits and long hair, demonstrating her willingness to explore all aspects of her identity. Her capacity to change and grow in front of the world made her so sympathetic to her supporters. However, as she entered her 19th year, people began to speculate about her career and personal future. Would she follow in her parents' footsteps by becoming an actor, or would she take a new road entirely? The first piece of major news concerns her great talent. Viral videos of Shiloh in a dancing class have circulated online for several years. It was rapidly determined that she is an amazing dancer. She has been practicing at some of Los Angeles' premier dance complexes, and her teachers have lauded her dedication and innate rhythm. Unlike many celebrity kids who utilize their parents' identities to advance, Shiloh has quietly worked. She doesn't release these films only to garner publicity. They are frequently requested by her choreographers, who are truly amazed with her abilities. This confirmed that she is more than just a daughter of stars, but also a gifted artist in her own way. This was the first hook that piqued the public's interest, the understanding that she was forging her own identity away from her parents' movie sets. As she entered legal adulthood, allegations regarding her connection with her father, Brad Pitt, spread. It's no secret that Brad and Angelina's divorce has been lengthy and tough. For years, the children have been at the center of a highly public legal struggle. While some of the older children had begun to distance themselves from their father, everyone was waiting to see what Shiloh would do when she turned 18 and 19. She was always supposed to have a special affinity with Brad, and many reports claimed she was the peacekeeper of the family. However, the most recent confirmation paints a totally different picture of the current situation. This gets us to the crux of the story, which has left fans gaping. Shiloh legally changed her name after attaining adulthood, according to official records. She had been known as Shiloh Jolie Pitt her entire life. However, she has recently removed the Pitt from her name entirely. This was not a minor or quiet decision. She did the formal legal filing herself. This announcement caused shockwaves through the industry because it clearly demonstrated her independence. Shiloh Jolie's decision to go by the name Shiloh Jolie expresses her core family and where her loyalty lay. This confirmation has been distressing for many Brad Pitt supporters, since it signals a deep schism that may not be readily repaired. The manner in which she accomplished her name change adds to its significance. It was established that Shiloh hired her own counsel and paid for the legal proceedings herself. She did not ask her mother to do it for her, nor did she make a public declaration on social media. She handled it like a mature adult determined to manage her own fate. This move demonstrated that she is a woman who values her own voice and is not afraid to make difficult decisions, even if they result in huge headlines throughout the world. Taking such a public position at the age of 19 demonstrates amazing strength and conviction. It demonstrates that she has spent a long time thinking about her identity and is finally ready to stand on her own 2 feet. But why did she do this? While Shiloh has not given a public explanation for her decision, many insiders believe it reflects years of conflict inside the family. Growing up in the midst of a legal dispute is a hard weight for any child, and it appears that as an adult, Shiloh sought a means to move forward. By changing her name, she is essentially confirming her new beginning. She wants to be judged on her own merits, especially as she considers a future in dancing or working behind the scenes in the entertainment sector. She prefers to be defined by her own destiny rather than the drama of her parents' past. If you're still watching, you're probably wondering how Brad Pitt reacted to this news. According to reports, the confirmation left him very saddened. For every parent, having a child officially walk away from their name is a tough experience. Brad has always expressed his affection for his children and his desire to re-establish his relationships with them. This news for his daughter serves as a reminder that certain scars do not heal quickly. It has brought to light the tragic side of fame, the fact that, despite all of one's wealth and success, family remains the most important and, at times, the most difficult aspect of life. Another interesting aspect of this narrative is what it signifies for the other Jolie Pitt children. Shiloh isn't the only one who has ditched the Pitt name. Several of her siblings have also decided to use Jolie exclusively in their professional and personal life. However, Shiloh was the first to take the official legal step of filing the paperwork on her own after she attained the required age. This elevates her to the position of leader among her siblings, demonstrating their unity. This confirmation of a new family dynamic is a significant departure from the days when they were all seen touring the world together as a single unit. It signifies the end of an era and the start of something quite else. Shiloh's own happiness is becoming increasingly important as she enters her 19th year. She has been spotted socializing with friends, traveling, and continuing her dance training. She appears to relish the independence that comes with being an adult. She is no longer a child being transported around by her parents. She is a young woman who sets her own schedule and chooses her own course. This is a huge part of her confirmation, her ability to thrive in the face of public pressure. She has remained grounded and focused, a credit to her upbringing and inner strength. Thank you so much for watching this video until the finish. Your support means everything to us as we tell the tales of people who grow up in the spotlight. If you appreciated learning about Shiloh's journey and the facts behind her legal name change, please let us know. We enjoy hearing your feedback and keeping you up to date on the stories that are most important to you. Shiloh Jolie is a fascinating young woman with a bright future ahead of her, and we are forward to watch what she does next. Keep an eye out for further in-depth looks into the lives of Hollywood's most renowned families, and we will see you in the next film.